Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's so important for anyone in or hoping to be in a relationship. Red flags. You know, those little warning signs that something might not be quite right. We're talking about those sneaky little things that can trip you up if you're not careful. And don't worry, fellas, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you some friendly advice, like a wise old aunt who always has your best interests at heart. Think of me as your relationship fairy godmother, here to sprinkle some magic on your love life. We're going to talk about some common red flags that you might encounter in a relationship. Recognizing these red flags early on can save you a whole lot of heartache down the road. So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready for some relationship real talk. Chapter 1. Lack of communication. Alright guys, let's talk about communication. Communication is key in any relationship. If you can't talk openly with your partner, that's a red flag. Misunderstandings fester, and you feel like roommates. A healthy relationship thrives on open communication. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Chapter 2. Disrespect. Now let's talk about respect, people. Respect is non-negotiable in any relationship. Just like wearing sunscreen is non-negotiable when you're spending the day at the beach. If someone's constantly putting you down, making fun of you, or dismissing your feelings, that's a major red flag. It's like wearing a shirt that says, "I don't value you," and nobody deserves to be treated that way. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who treats you with kindness, compassion, and respect. Someone who values your opinions, even if they don't always agree with them. Life's too short to be with someone who makes you feel small or insignificant. You deserve to be with someone who lifts you up, celebrates your accomplishments, and makes you feel like $1,000,000. So if you're in a relationship where respect is lacking, it's time to have a serious conversation with yourself and your partner. Because you deserve better than that, my friend. Chapter 3. Controlling behavior. Okay, folks, let's talk about controlling behavior. It often starts subtly, like a slow drip from a leaky faucet. It can manifest in many ways, from constant check-ins to dictating your social life. A healthy relationship is built on trust and mutual respect. Address controlling behavior early on. Communication is key. You deserve to feel free and be yourself in a relationship. Chapter 4. Lack of trust. Let's be honest, folks. Trust is the foundation of any good relationship. It's like the flour in a cake. Without it, everything just falls apart. If you find yourself constantly questioning your partner's motives, feeling suspicious of their actions, or unable to believe what they say, that's a major red flag. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. It's just not going to be stable. Lack of trust can stem from various issues, such as past infidelity, insecurity, or simply a lack of communication. Whatever the reason, it's essential to address it head-on if you want the relationship to have a fighting chance. Remember, relationships require vulnerability and a willingness to trust your partner. If you're constantly second-guessing their every move, it's time to have an open and honest conversation about the root of the problem. Chapter 5. Emotional manipulation. All right, folks, let's talk about emotional manipulation. This one can be sneaky because it often disguises itself as love or concern. It's like that friend who's always doing you a favor but then holds it over your head later. Emotional manipulation involves tactics like guilt trips, playing the victim, or making you feel responsible for their emotions. It's like they're trying to pull your emotional strings to get what they want. Remember, a healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and a willingness to communicate openly and honestly. Your partner shouldn't resort to emotional manipulation to get their way, or make you feel bad. If you notice your partner engaging in emotional manipulation, it's crucial to set boundaries and stand your ground. Let them know that you won't tolerate being treated that way and encourage them to seek professional help if necessary. Chapter 6. Excessive jealousy. A little jealousy is natural in a relationship. Like a pinch of salt, it can enhance the flavor. But too much jealousy is a different story. Constant accusations and control are red flags. Excessive jealousy stems from insecurity and lack of trust. Have an open conversation and reassure your partner. If it persists, seek professional help. A healthy relationship is built on trust and respect. Chapter 7. Lack of support. You know what's important in a relationship? Having a partner who's your biggest cheerleader, someone who believes in you and supports your dreams, even if those dreams involve, opening a chain of vegan donut shops. If your partner is constantly putting you down, discouraging your passions, or making you feel bad about your goals, that's a major red flag. It's like they're trying to clip your wings and prevent you from soaring to new heights. Remember, a healthy relationship is about supporting each other's growth and celebrating each other's successes. Your partner should be your biggest fan, not your biggest critic. If you find yourself in a relationship where your partner is unsupportive or even discouraging, it's time to have a serious conversation about your needs and expectations. Because you deserve to be with someone who believes in you and wants to see you succeed. Chapter 8. Conflicting Values. Okay, let's talk about values, people. Values are like the compass that guides our lives. They shape our beliefs, our decisions, and how we interact with the world. Now, you don't have to agree on everything with your partner. That would be boring. But having shared core values is essential for a strong and lasting relationship. It's like building a house on solid ground. It provides a stable foundation for everything else. If you and your partner have fundamentally different values on things like family, religion, or life goals, that can lead to major conflict down the road. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's just not going to work. Remember, relationships require compromise, but you shouldn't have to compromise your core values for anyone. If you find yourself constantly clashing with your partner over fundamental beliefs, it might be a sign that you're not as compatible as you thought. Chapter 9. Avoiding Conflict Resolution. Let's face it, folks. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship. It's like trying to avoid stepping on a crack in the sidewalk. It's bound to happen eventually. But how you handle those disagreements can make or break your relationship. If your partner avoids conflict like it's the plague, constantly sweeping issues under the rug, or refusing to have difficult conversations, that's a major red flag. It's like trying to ignore a ticking time bomb. Eventually, it's going to explode. Remember, healthy relationships require open and honest communication, even when it's uncomfortable. Avoiding conflict only allows resentment to fester and grow, ultimately damaging the foundation of your relationship. If you notice your partner consistently avoiding conflict resolution, encourage them to communicate their feelings and work together to find solutions. Remember, a little bit of healthy conflict can actually strengthen your bond in the long run. Chapter 10. One-sided effort. All right, folks, let's talk about effort. Relationships are a two-way street like a game of tennis. It takes both players to keep the ball in play. If you find yourself constantly putting in all the effort, planning the dates, initiating conversations, making all the sacrifices, that's a major red flag. It's like you're dancing the tango alone, and eventually you're going to get tired of carrying the weight. Remember, a healthy relationship is about balance and reciprocity. Both partners should be equally invested in making the relationship work and putting in the effort to nurture it. If you notice a pattern of one-sided effort in your relationship, it's crucial to address it with your partner. Have an open and honest conversation about your needs and expectations and see if they're willing to meet you halfway. Because you deserve a partner who's just as invested in the relationship as you are. Well, folks, there you have it. 10 relationship red flags that you should never ignore. Remember, recognizing these red flags early on can save you a whole lot of heartache down the road. It's important to remember that you deserve to be in a healthy, loving, and supportive relationship. Don't settle for anything less than you deserve. Trust your gut, listen to your intuition, and don't be afraid to walk away from a relationship that's no longer serving you. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more relationship advice. And remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Now go out there and find your happily ever after.